Hey guys, Fab5 here. Want to ask you guys a question about this Boker Subcom Plus. It's Boker Plus titanium frame lock. You know, I wanted to like this knife a whole lot, and originally when I got this knife, the blade was off-centered to a point where it was rubbing on the frame, and to get any kind of looseness out of it, I mean, this sucker was tight. I had tons and tons of blade play slopping all over the place, almost touching at the frame, and so I went ahead and sent it back to Boker. Now I will have to say, Boker, thanks for sending me a new knife. Thanks for sending me the shipping back. So this job was covered under warranty, and I believe they sent me a brand new knife. This is the knife. Now, I got this knife back, sorry about the glare, and first thing I noticed when I shut it, it's hard to do with one hand, it's off center. And it was actually more off center than this. But again, all but rubbing on that side frame right here. All but rubbing. Almost rubbing. And I will say it probably was not rubbing, but doggone close. So I went ahead and took this baby apart with their supplied wrenches, which is interesting that they supply this torque wrenches, because this baby needed some adjustment. So I had this thing apart a dozen times, and when I put it back together 11 times something like that, it was rubbing. It was rubbing right here on this frame, and the only thing I could do is loosen it up, loosen the pivot screw up, open it up. It's still tight, guys. It's really tight. Pull the blade when it was loose this way, because I was only getting about 10% lockup. Okay, now it's a little better. Actually, it's pretty good. Maybe 20%, and maybe 30%, but it's still tight. You can hear it. But that's the best I could do to get this thing to not touch. So my question is, what do you guys do about this? I mean, I already had one sent to Boker, and they sent me a brand new one. You know, as you can see right here, it's not too bad. But if I loosen this up anymore, it's going to continue on this way to a point where it's going to look almost rubbing again. So, like I said, I really wanted to like this knife. Nice money clip, nice pocket knife, nice utility blade. I mean, I have a lot of knives that are my favorite, and I wanted this one to be in my favorite list too, but it's just not doing it for me. So tight, and then that off center, just not quite doing it for me, guys. So, things I've tried. I put paper in between the blade when tightening it up, so the frame lock wasn't pushing against, thinking it would tighten up here. Didn't work. I will say that when I squeeze on this pivot area right here, when I squeeze on the frame, I can actually get that thing to move a little bit. It's just barely. It'll come back up. So, I don't know. I mean, do you guys out there have some that are centered pretty good? Or do you guys have tips? you can help me figure out how to get that thing centered, but at the same time this sucker isn't so super stiff, because it's really stiff right now. I'll go ahead, I'm going to use it, and I'm going to open it, and I'm going to oil it, and I'm going to do everything to try to get that thing to loosen up, because if it does loosen up, then I guess that's going to be acceptable, being way over there like that. As long as it's not rubbing, I guess it's going to be fine. And as long as I can get this to wear, it's going to be good too. But need some tips. I have some fluorinated grease, but if anybody's run into this problem, I understand that maybe they're not going to make this knife anymore. Again, I want to like it, but you guys have been just so great and helpful with everything. I thought maybe someone out there would just have a quick fix for this. Like I said, I got the lockup to be a little bit better, closer to like 30%, but it's still pretty early, which isn't a bad thing. But it's kind of odd that I actually had to pull the blade this way in order to get the lockup to be fairly adequate. Seems like it'll just find its way where it wants to be anyway. But anyway, if you guys can send me a quick tip, tell me what you think, I'd really appreciate that. You know, Boker, like I said, I want to like this knife, and I hope your quality control can get better. I think you'll do better. Anyway, this is Fab 5. Thanks. And if you guys have quick tips, or if you guys just know that this is inherently a problem, put that down on the page. Really appreciate it. Thanks. Fab 5 out.